Hello, my divine souls. Welcome to Spiritual Bloom, where we bloom within our consciousness with your spiritual guide and Twinflame coach, Neha. In today's episode, we will be talking about how do you discover your true guru or mentor in this Twinflame journey who guides you through this journey. Now, have you ever wondered that how will I find my mentor, or will my mentor appear physically? Now, how do I know if someone is genuinely sent by the divine or if they are simply another karmic lesson? So these are some of the most common questions asked by people on this journey. Many twin flames spend years searching outside themselves. They move from one teacher to another, from one healer to another, from one mentor to another, then again tarot card reader. They keep on changing, hoping that someone will finally give them the answer that they've been longing to hear. But the divine often works very differently. The real mentor or teacher is never found through desperation. The real mentor or teacher appears when your soul is finally ready to receive higher wisdom, and that happens only in divine timing. Now let us understand that why does a twin flame need a mentor, guru, teacher? So one of the greatest misunderstanding is believing that a twin flame journey is about romance. As we all know, it is not just about romance, it is much more deeper. Now, this path is unlike ordinary relationship because it has inner transformation. And whenever a soul enters such a profound spiritual process, guidance becomes extremely essential. Not because the divine wants you to become dependent on someone, dependent on a teacher, on a coach. Because wisdom is passed from awakened consciousness to awakening consciousness. And a true teacher, guide, coach does not create followers. They create awakened souls through their teaching, through their healing, through their guidance. So let me tell you that if you have cross path with any teacher, mentor, guru, healer who is trying to exploit you, please be careful, because nowadays there are many people who promise to give you healing, promise to give you guidance, but they are just, playing up. It's a business for them. They are not actually a twin flame coach. They are not actually a healer. They know nothing about this journey. Just tidbit of research here and there, few videos here and there, and they start their business. So be very careful. You have to be very smart and clever to filter out those people who are pretending to be a coach and who are actually a coach. An actual teacher or a mentor will never force you to take courses, will never force you to take healing, will never force you to take guidance. They'll never do that. Why they won't do that? Because they know that their business or their teaching or their channel is authentic, and they also know the consequences for cheating another person, another twin flame, another divine soul, and it will come back. It will definitely come back. So you need to filter out the authentic ones and understand who is a real teacher, a real coach, a real healer, and who is pretending and faking just to earn some money. Because this has become very common. This twin flame has become a burning topic nowadays. Anybody calls themselves twin flame. Anybody has become a healer. No, that this is wrong. But you have to be mindful. You have to take charge in your hand. You have to be extremely careful that people are not cheating, doing fraud by taking your money, not providing healing, or taking your money but not being able to provide you that healing or the guidance that you actually require. So when you in this journey, I would just like to tell you, when you get extremely overwhelmed when you get desperate or when you are worried about this journey, just don't jump into any kind of mentorship, any kind of coaching, any kind of healing, any kind of tarot reading. Don't do it, because an actual teacher, actual coach, actual healer will come into your life naturally in its divine timing, because the divine knows when you require it, and that is the time when they will actually send you an authentic teacher. You don't have to go and keep hunting, looking, where is my teacher, where is my guide, mentor. You don't have to do that, because the universe understands your pain, understands your needs, and accordingly they are going to send you a mentor or a coach, and that person is going to be authentic, because they are not going to do it only for business purpose. They are going to do it because they know the consequences of cheating another divine soul. They know the purity of the business, they know the purity of the work, the divine purpose that they are carrying out. So they will never force you, take this course, take this healing, take from me, I'm demanding this much. No, they will let you free. Recently a client came to me and he said he needed some guidance. So I told him that this is my guidance, this much I require. Of course I will charge, because here there is exchange of energy. I cannot give services for free. There is an exchange of energy, and when you exchange energy, there is exchange of karma also. You have to pay me a certain amount, but I was not demanding it. And the client also respectfully, he told me about his journey. I listened to him patiently, and because of some circumstances I could not provide him that guidance, and he found a healer elsewhere. But I did not force him that come and take my service, or you have to come and take my service. No, why will I do that? If he's finding peace, solace, healing from another healer, maybe that healer is destined to be in his journey and not me. So be very careful when you try to jump into or throw yourself into a coach or teacher just because you're desperate and this journey is making you, like a mad person. Don't do that. Just wait for your divine timing. They know when you need help, they know when you require a coach, and they will send you. The help will come, but you just have to wait for the divine timing. You cannot be impatient, because when you are impatient, that is the time you trap yourself into wrong teachers, wrong coaches, wrong tarot card readers. They take advantage of your desperation. So be very careful. It has happened with me, that's why I'm warning you. Be very careful. Now, in this journey, many people, they search for a teacher, mentor based on appearances. They look for popularity, large social media followings, expensive courses, charismatic personalities. But the divine does not choose your mentor based on fame. The divine chooses the teacher whose frequency matches the lesson your soul is ready to learn. That's why I could not, or I did not force the person to take my guidance or to take my mentorship, because I knew that that person's healing is elsewhere and not here. Though that person might be my subscriber, though that person is listening to my videos, it's good. He's getting healing from here because I'm providing this for free. That is fine. But actual personal healing, he's finding it somewhere else, and I don't have any problem in that. And if a person has problem with that, that means they are doing business. They are not doing their divine purpose. Because sometimes, your guru or your mentor is someone who is completely unknown. They may never call themselves as a mentor. They may simply be a humble healer, a meditation teacher, or a counselor, or even an ordinary person carrying extraordinary wisdom. But your ego looks for someone who's impressive, who has a high social media status. But your soul recognizes someone authentic. That's why whenever you require it, your soul knows it, and the divine sends you the proper mentor that you require in your life. Now, one of the biggest misconceptions is believing that everyone must have a mentor or a coach. the divine guides each soul differently. Just as your journeys are different, the divine guides each soul differently. Your mentor may appear as a spiritual teacher who teaches meditation, energy work, or spiritual discipline. Or it can be a twin flame coach or mentor, someone who has already walked the path and understands emotional, energetic, and spiritual challenges of this journey. It can be a therapist or a trauma informed healer, because many twin flame need to first heal their childhood wounds, attachment patterns, and nervous system before they can fully integrate any kind of spiritual teachings. Sometimes that mentor can be a book, because I have experienced it. Sometimes the divine speaks through words written decades or even centuries ago. A single page can transform your life, and it has happened with me. Now I'll tell you how. I think you know this book, The Alchemist. I got this book when I was in college during my first year. I'm a lawyer, I'm an advocate by profession, and I was interested in reading books, but since the law school demands a lot of patience, studying for semesters, I never got that opportunity to read that book. Yet I bought it long time ago, I remember. You will not believe, I opened that book in 2025. In the month of September, if I'm not mistaken. After 5-6 years, I got an opportunity to read that book. It was lying in my bookshelf. It was all dusty, and I took out that book because I was going through dark days. It keeps on happening. Brighter days, dark days, again brighter days, again dark days. So I went through that book, and something really changed within me. That book taught me, there were a few lines I'd like to share it, with you guys. Let me share you the lines from the book Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. So here, there's a line that before a dream is realized, the soul of the world tests everything that was learned along the way. It does this not because it is evil, but so that we can, in addition to realizing our dreams, master the lessons we have learned as we have moved towards that dream. That's the point at which most people give up. Every search begins with beginner's luck, and every search ends with the victors being severely tested. See how beautifully they have, described that test is a part of your dream. If you really want to achieve something in your life, you have to go through tests and tribulations. But that is the point where many people, they break down and they don't have that strength, energy, or hope to stand again. And that is the real test, actually. Out of all the tests, that is the actual test. When you have been broken so badly, yet you have the strength to get up again one more time, just to give wings to your dream. Please read this book. Please, I really, sometimes, these downloads, they come really hard. So, The Alchemist, please read. I'll be putting a picture of this along with this episode. Please go through this book. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful book. You should really read. And the character out here, it's about a boy, and how he went through, and how he fell in love, and he released that love out of unconditional love. Somehow it depicts, I could feel that it depicted a twin soul, and there's a word of twin soul also out here in this book. Please, this came as a very strong download. It was lying in my book rack for a very long time, and today I'm sharing this with you all. I really want you all to, I think many of you must have read it, if I'm not mistaken. But sometimes what happens is, when you are not awakened, you read that book, you don't understand, you just read it because you're reading it. But once you awaken, once you're in this journey, each page, each word feels like a download. So if you have read it previously, please go and read it again. Okay, so Your mentor is not just a person. Sometimes it's a book, sometimes it's a life experiences, and sometimes it is your own twin flame, your counterpart. They are your main mirror. They show you that you are beautiful as well as you have ugly side. You have a light, but at the same time you carry so much darkness. You need to get rid of that darkness. So don't run behind, don't be desperate. I need a mentor, otherwise I'll die, I'm suffocating. No, you need help, I understand, but don't be desperate for that help. That help will come in its divine timing. So many people, they wonder that, why didn't I meet my mentor before meeting my twin flame? Because you are supposed to meet your mentor after you go through separation, after you go through your heartbreak, after it breaks attachment, dismantles your false identities. Then only your soul becomes humble enough to receive wisdom. So the mentor arrives when the student stops demanding easy answers and starts seeking truth. And when you reflect within yourself, you start seeking truth, and that is the time when your mentor arrives in your journey. So don't obsess over finding your mentor, and be cautious of anyone who claims they alone have all the answers, or encourages fear or dependency, guarantees you reunion with a specific timeline. They're cheating on you, or they promise something miraculous outcomes in exchange of large sum of money. Please be very careful and protect yourself. Sometimes it's not just people cheating on you and taking your money. I am telling you this very personally. Some people, they are not awakened, yet they hold the darker side. Now I don't want to mention what darker side. They know that there are twins, they know there are star seeds, so they target them. Target them for what? Not for money. They target you to exchange energy with you. And it has happened with me, but I realized it too late. Sometimes some mentors, they come not to take money from you, but their motives are something else. They know that you are an ascended soul, your master soul. So the energy and frequency that you carry, they try to extract that from you by energy exchange, by giving you healing session. They'll say it's a healing session, but it is not a healing session. Instead, they take something from you. So never, if somebody demands or asks you pictures of your picture, or your picture of your palm, never give them. Don't exchange. First, know that that person is authentic. Even if they charge money, if they are doing it for free, I will not say that it is doubtful, but usually people, they don't do it for free. If they are doing it for free without exchanging a certain amount, because exchanging money means exchanging karma. I give you my energy, you are paying me a little bit money, so that is exchanging karma. So you should never take such services for free. And if that person is giving you such service for free, means they have some other darker motives. And many darker forces work in this journey to separate you, to take away your good luck, your abundance, because you are a blessed divine child, no? They can see that light, they can feel that light, especially if they come from a darker place. Now the darker place has many meaning, which I'd not like to mention in this video. You are smart enough to understand. Just know that if there are good, there is evil also. So don't be cheated monetarily, and don't get cheated spiritually. Some people, they come as mentors, gurus, healers, but they take something more than money from you. That may be your youth, your energy. It can be anything. So please be very careful. Very, very careful. Please protect yourself. So If you like this episode, do like, share, subscribe, and comment. For any kind of personal guidance, you can WhatsApp or email me. My contact details have been given in the description box and mentioned in the video. I thank you all for supporting my channel, for motivating me. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you again in another episode.